Here's a look at Genesis chapter 34. If you've ever thought the Bible was just a collection of quiet, peaceful Sunday school lessons, this chapter will completely change your mind. It reads like an ancient true crime thriller, full of scandal, deception, and a shocking plot twist. Let's dive into the story. Picture this: Jacob's family has settled near the city of Shechem. Dinah, Jacob's daughter, and the only daughter mentioned among his 12 sons, decides she wants to go out and visit the local women. Honestly, she was probably just bored and wanted to see the latest fashions or make some friends outside her immediate family circle. But things take a dark turn. The local prince, a guy named Shechem, yes, he's named after his own city, Major Nepo Baby Energy, sees Dinah. He abducts her and violates her. Now here's where it gets psychologically twisted. After doing this terrible thing, Shechem decides he's in love with her. The Bible says his heart was drawn to her and he spoke tenderly to her. He immediately runs to his dad, Hamor the Hivite, and says, "Get me this girl as my wife." Side note, you don't get points for speaking tenderly to someone after you've just ruined their life. Shechem completely bypassed consent and thought he could just buy his way out of it. Word gets back to Jacob about what happened to his daughter. And Jacob's reaction? He does nothing. He stays totally quiet, waiting for his sons to get back from working out in the fields. Jacob is known for being a bit passive when it comes to family conflict, and this is a prime example. When the brothers finally get home and hear the news, they are absolutely livid. The text says they were filled with grief and fury because Shechem had done an outrageous thing in Israel. Right in the middle of this boiling anger, Shechem's dad, Hamor, shows up to negotiate. He completely misreads the room. He tries to pitch this as a great business and networking opportunity. He essentially says, "Look, my son loves your daughter. Let's intermarry. We can trade. You can acquire property. We'll be one big happy community." Shechem even chimes in, offering to pay literally any bridal price they ask. They think money and real estate can cover up a crime. Here's where the brothers prove they inherited their dad's talent for scheming. They don't yell. They don't declare war on the spot. Instead, they reply deceitfully. They tell Hamor and Shechem, "We'd love to do this. Really, we would. But it's against our religion to give our sister to men who are uncircumcised. It would be a disgrace to us. However, if you and every male in your city agree to get circumcised, we have a deal. We'll intermarry and become one people." Hamor and Shechem actually think this is a fantastic deal. They run back to their city gate, the ancient equivalent of a town hall meeting, and pitch the idea to all the men in town. And how do they convince them? Greed. They tell the men, "These Israelites are peaceful. Let's trade with them. Plus, if we do this one little medical procedure, won't all their flocks and wealth eventually become ours?" The men of the city agree. Every single adult male in Shechem goes through with the surgery. Fast forward to the third day after the mass surgery. If you know anything about medical recovery in the ancient world, you know that the third day is when the pain and inflammation peak. The men of Shechem are completely incapacitated. They're bedridden and miserable. That's when Simeon and Levi, Dinah's full brothers, they share the same mother, Leah, make their move. They strap on their swords, walk right into the city unopposed, and kill every single man, including Hamor and Shechem. They take Dinah straight out of Shechem's house and leave. Then the rest of the brothers come in and completely plunder the city. They take the sheep, the cattle, the donkeys, the wealth, and carry off all the women and children. It is absolute ruthless devastation. When Jacob finds out what Simeon and Levi just did, he pulls them aside. But surprisingly, his main concern isn't the morality of the massacre. He's worried about his PR and his safety. Jacob says, "You have brought trouble on me by making me a stench to the Canaanites and Perizzites. We are few in number. If they band together against me, I will be destroyed." Jacob is practically having a panic attack, thinking the neighboring tribes are going to wipe them out in retaliation. But Simeon and Levi get the last word in the chapter. They look right back at their dad and deliver this iconic mic drop response. "Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute?" And that's how the chapter ends. Boom. Fade to black. Genesis 34 is a heavy, messy story, but it's in the Bible for a reason. It shows the devastating ripple effects of sin. Shechem's unchecked lust sparks a tragedy. Hamor's greed blinds his whole city. Jacob's passivity leaves a vacuum of leadership. And Simeon and Levi's unhinged revenge turns them into the very monsters they were fighting. It's a vivid reminder that when humans try to exact their own justice outside of God's design, it usually ends in total destruction. It makes you really appreciate the grace and ultimate justice we find later in Jesus, because humans left to their own devices make a total mess of things.